and there was a little fight in the house as to who
Yeah,
was going to get which socks.
yeah.
Our son, he was grabbing everything and running.
Let's call it a discussion.
It's a fight. It was a fight. It was a proper fight.
Yeah,
But it's a really, really great pair of socks.
yeah.
Great feel to it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So well done, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, of course, Isaac, we met at the UK Black Business Show down in Westminster, and we loved your stand. We loved what you were doing. So if you did as good as you did there, I think you will get a lot of buyers. So I'm really excited about that.
Yes.
So a quick question for you, Isaac, just to kind of get us going. What was life like before Afro Pop Socks? What was your background? What was your route to there?
My background, I've always been into business. I went to business school years and years and years ago, but I've always wanted to obviously be in business. I worked for a tech company selling multi-identity SIMs to eliminate roaming charges for businesses. And I think a few years whilst I was in there, I've always wanted to start something, but I just didn't know what to get into. So this idea, Afro Pop Socks, came to me about 2 years ago. Well, 3 years ago. I saw a gap in the market, and I thought, you know what? I always wanted to be in fashion as well. So I thought, socks would be a cool way to kind of express myself, express my culture, and let the world know about my culture. So yeah, hence Afro Socks was born. So
okay, I absolutely love that.
So always been interested in business. So has the experience of being a business owner now yourself, how does that differ to wanting to be in business or being in business?
Mate, it's tough. It's tough being, working on your own. I know a lot of people want to have their own business, but it's just a process. You have to learn how to market. There's so many components to just even building your own business. And I think when you're working for someone, you just go in at 9 and finish at 5 and then just go home and relax. But as a business owner, it's 24/7, isn't it? So like I said, we've got a show. So I've been planning since last week. We still got a lot of planning to do. It's a 3-day event. It's quite intense as well. So having your own business it sounds amazing. It sounds glamorous, but just trying to connect the dots and try and get the product out there, speaking to manufacturers. It's a process, but it's a process that I love. Knowing that it's my own business, what I put out there is what I'm going to get out of it.
Okay. And you were talking about it being tough sometimes. How's the journey been growing the business to this point? What have been some of the highlights, some of the challenges that you faced in getting it here, where it's out there and doing well?
I mean, to be honest with you, when I started, it was pretty challenging because obviously, starting a socks business, you need quite a lot of money to start the business. You can't just go in and just start. You need a certain amount of cash, and for me, I didn't have that much money to start with in the first place. So I had to obviously speak to my suppliers and say, listen, this company is going to be one of the biggest brands in the world, because the minimum order just for one design is 1,000 pairs, right? So that costs a lot of money when you're actually doing 10 designs in one go, because obviously different sizes, large, medium, extra small.
Of course.
So it piles up. But I was able to kind of get a good deal with my suppliers and start, which really helped me. But in terms of building the company, I had to do 6 months prep before I even launched it. So I started in 2019, I think January 2019. So it took me about 11 months of prepping before I even launched it in November 2019. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, you know. So I wasn't quite sure, but you know, I believed in the idea. I believed that, you know, it will work. People will love it. The designs are unique. It's expressing African culture, and I knew there was a gap in the market for it. So I prepped it before we launched. We had already 5,000 followers on social media already. So we knew, you know, before they even saw the socks. So I knew, okay, that's a good sign. So we've launched it. You know, we launched in 2019. You know, we had likes of Tyson Beckford, who was one of my fashion icon growing up.
Brilliant.
He loves the socks. You know, he wears it all the time on social media. If you go on our social media post, you see him wearing it. He's excited about it.
That's brilliant.
We had
That's
Nia
huge.
Long. Yeah, it's huge. It's huge for me. We had Nia Long, who's a amazing actress in Hollywood. Loves the brand. Started supporting me straight off the back when I launched it. She saw it. She loved it. I sent her
for herself or for her boys.
For herself and the boys as well.
Yeah.
So she loves the brand, and we are hoping to, you know, do some amazing stuff in the future with her.
That's brilliant.
So, yeah, fingers crossed. But it's just been, I mean, building a business, you're gonna go through all the emotions. There's days that you don't want to do it. You know, there's days that's tough, that, you know, and you're trying to open the doors to try and get the products into the areas that you want to. So it is tough, but that's the nature of the of building a business, you know.
So and it's good to acknowledge that it's not all plain sailing, that there are challenges. So can I ask you then, what are the bits that you really enjoy, the bits that keep you going through the challenges?
The bits, seeing other people wearing it, you know, tagging us. I mean, the whole Black community in the UK have supported it amazingly, and it's so surreal to see so many people wearing it. And obviously a lot of people don't know I'm the founder of the company, so when I go out to places, I see people wearing it, and the excitement, the vibrancy, you know, it makes everyone happy, and everyone just loves it. I get a lot of videos, pictures coming through. People just love it, you know. The colors just makes you happy when you look at it.
They pop, don't they?
Yeah, they do pop, and it's just exciting to see that. Okay, something that I thought of, it's now, you know, out in the world, and people see it and thinking, oh my, you know, I just love the fact that the reaction of people seeing it as well. It's surreal.
I gotta say, Isaac, we got the package for our unboxing, which we'll show later on in the show. And there was a little fight in the house as to who was going to get which socks. Our son, you know, he was grabbing everything and running.
Let's call it a discussion.
It's a fight. It was a fight. It was a proper fight. But you know, it's a really, really great pair of socks. Great feel to it. So well done, man.
Thank you.